Hello students, welcome to lecture number 25. Topic for today's session is Service Blueprinting. I, Dr. Ron Prabhakar Devale, welcome you all. This is online lecture series for the subject Operations and Supply Chain Management. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Learning objectives for today's sessions are to know the basic concepts of service blueprinting and to understand building a service blueprint. Service blueprinting, we will start with the concept. Service blueprint is a technique originally used for service design and innovation, but has also found applications in diagnosing problems with operational efficiency. The technique was first described by Shostak, a bank executive, in Harvard Business Review in 1984. Service blueprint is an applied function chart which shows the service delivery functional from the customer's perspective. The service blueprint has become more of the most widely used tools to manage service operations, service design, and service positioning. A simple way to think about blueprints is a functional chart which consists of inputs, transformation processes, that is functional processes, and outputs that can be finished goods. This is the typical example of service blueprint for a fast food outlet. Here, dotted line is line of visibility that separates customer actions and backstage actions. Now we can see various actions. Those are: first is to greet the customer, then take order from the customer. After that, cook burger and bun. Here, this cooking will be supported by inventory of burgers, buns, salads, and sauces. After cooking burger and bun, assemble the burger, then collect the order from the customer and then take payment from the customer. So this is the typical example of fast food outlet where the customer is ordering a burger or a bun. Service blueprints includes actions and that amount of discretion for varying each step. A service blueprint is always constructed from the customer's perspective and not from the manufacturer's perspective. A typical service blueprint identifies the following things. Now we will see customer actions. The customer actions are the steps that customer take as a part of service delivery functional. Next is front stage actions. Front stage actions are visible contract employees. These are the steps taken by a contract employee as part of the face-to-face service encounter. Next point is backstage actions. These backstage actions are invisible contract employee. The line of visibility separates the front stage and backstage actions. Non-visible steps taken by the contract employee behind the line of visibility. Example, taking a hotel or restaurant reservation by telephone. Next point is support processes. Support processes are activities carried out by employees who are not contract employees but whose actions are required for the service to be delivered. Customer actions are the steps that customers take as part of service delivery functional. Physical evidences. Physical evidences are tangible elements associated with each step that has potential to influence customer perception of the service encounter. Example, uniforms of the staff or delivery vans. These are physical evidences. Next is inventory. Inventory is sometimes required, like if the example of restaurant and all, but sometimes in case of pure services, inventory is not required. So what is inventory? Inventory is the amount of inventory built up required for each step. Next is line of visibility. Line of visibility is the line that separates front stage and backstage actions. So here we can see line of visibility is the dotted line that separates front stage and backstage operations. Now we will understand what is line of interaction. Line of interaction which separates customer actions from the service provider actions. Then line of internal interaction. Internal interaction which separates the front office and the back office is called as line of internal interaction. Then line of implementation. This line of implementation which separates management zone from the support zone. That is, management is responsible for planning and controlling, while support activities include preparation. Next point is line of order penetration. Line of order penetration which separates customer induced activities from customer independent activities. Up till now, we have seen various terminologies used in service blueprinting. Now, we will start with building a service blueprint. The original service blueprint is highly visible graphical map that delineates the key contact points in the service functional and the nature of the contract, whether with physical evidence, personal, or procedures. It can also be seen two-dimensional maps in which the horizontal axis represents time and the vertical axis represents the basic steps in the functional. Line of visibility is included to separate actions visible to the customers from the action out of sight. Employee latitude, which refers to the amount of discretion given to the employees to vary the service functional, is shown on the map, a call out sign attached to the step. Functional complexity is shown simply by the number of steps in the functional. Functional of structuring a blueprint involves between 5 and 7 steps, depending on the intended application. From the outset, the blueprint was designed to be seen from the customer's perspective while simultaneously providing insights for the management. Accordingly, the starting point should be imagined from the customer's step-by-step contact points, indicating where known customers' expectation in terms of minimum tolerable waiting lines and waiting times for each and every step. The basic service blueprint. The concept. Step 1. Identifies activities, sequences of activities, and linkages between the activities. That activities may include number 1. Customer actions. Number 2. Front stage contact personal actions. Number 3. Backstage contact personal actions. And number 4. Backed by support activities. So this is step number 1. Step number 2. Identify line of visibility and add to the blueprint. Step number 3. Identify standard and tolerance scripts, operating procedures, supporting services, and inventory for each step and add it to the blueprint. Next is step number 4. If required, draw additional lines such as line of physical interaction and line of IT interaction. This is optional but recommended for complex services. Next is step number 5. Specify timeframes. Show average timing or minimum tolerable customer expectation for each and every step and indicate responsible personals. Diagnostic the information which is again optional. Step number 6. Identify and note fail points and excessive weights. Step number 7. Manipulate divergence and complexity of the service. Following are the symbols used in service blueprint. First is divergence, that amount of latitude offered afforded service staff to vary the functional. Next is F, that is fail point. Any point the functional can go fail. Then W indicates risk of excessive weights. Standard type should be specified here. Dotted line is generally line of visibility, may also include other relevant lines including line of internal physical interaction and so on. Arrow, this indicates direction or steps of sequences. AV, that indicates average waiting time for the customer to avail the services. TO, that is minimum tolerable waiting time. So these are the typical symbols used in constructing a service blueprint. Traditionally, service blueprints have been depicted with lines and text boxes to depict anything from user actions to support processes. Fail points, bottlenecks, and average time taken for each and every step can also be added at the analyst description. The amount of information included in the service blueprint largely depends on how it is to be used. Over the years, a system of commonly accepted symbols associated with service blueprint has been developed. Although blueprints are not difficult to prepare, there is no universal agreement about how to present the finished functional map. Example of service blueprint. Now this is just one example of service blueprint where evidences customer journey are shown at the first part and there is a line of interaction. Then first stage, employee action and technologies can be seen in the middle part. Line of visibility in the normal line is shown in the middle. After that, backstage actions and support procedures. In between there is line of internal interaction is shown. Depending on such type of various symbols and lines, you can construct a service blueprint of any services that has been offered by the service provider. This is the book of Simba publication Operations and Supply Chain Management written by myself. Next video we will learn production planning and control. Learning outcomes from today's session, we have seen the basic concepts of service blueprinting and we have seen building a service blueprint with two examples. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe and turn on the bell icon for further notifications. Thanks for watching this video. Keep thinking, keep learning. And these are some references I have used to prepare this video.